GSII, International, Asia. EU observers term PAC. Election problematic. A European Union election observer mission to Pakistan has said the July 25th election was negatively affected by the political environment in the country and suffered from an unequal opportunity to campaign. The election was overshadowed by restrictions on freedom of expression, and while voting was transparent, counting was somewhat problematic with staff not always following procedures, the 120-strong EU observer mission said. Pakistan also elected its first ever Hindu from a general seat on the PPP ticket since non-Muslims were allowed to contest and vote in general seats in 2002. Mahesh Kumar Malini won the Harparkar II seat in Sindh province. GSII, bilateral, India, Africa. Modi meets Ramaphosa amid media row over visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met South African President Cyril Ramaphosa as part of multiple bilaterals scheduled on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Johannesburg, even as local media reported that he had come close to pulling out of the summit. The report suggested that Johannesburg had sent Energy Minister Jeff Radek at the last moment to defuse the diplomatic crisis that erupted after the National Prosecuting Authority (NPA) of the country wrote to Mr. Modi saying it was investigating the charges by the Muslim Lawyers Association over human rights violations in Kashmir. It was reported that Mr. Radek explained to New Delhi that the NPA was not empowered to press charges as the Indian Prime Minister was protected by the Geneva Convention governing international summits. The Ministry of External Affairs has not commented on this episode so far. GSII, Social, Education. Faculty numbers did 2.34 lakh in 3 years. The total number of teachers in higher educational institutions in India has come down by about 2.34 lakh in the last 3 years, as per the All India Survey on Higher Education Report 2017-18. Coming at a time when there has been widespread concern over the continuing vacancies in universities, the report is likely to be an eye-opener on the dearth of teachers in Indian universities. The total number of teachers in higher educational institutions in India, inclusive of all posts from professor to temporary teacher, stood at 12.84 lakh in 2017-18. The figure for 2016-17 was 13.65 lakh, and that for 2015-16 was 15.18 lakh, signaling a fall of about 2.34 lakh within 3 years. Between 2011-12 and 2015-16, the number had been rising from 12.47 lakh to 15.18 lakh. The reason could be that professors who are retiring are not being replaced, and fresh vacancies at all levels are not being filled up. The senior official of the Ministry of Human Resource Development Morrow said that the 2017-18 figure may have gone down because only teachers who provided their Aadhaar card numbers were being shown as teachers from this year onward. GSII, Social, Education. Turnitin software for all varsities to check plagiarism in research. Union Minister of Human Resource Development Prakash Javadekar said that the Turnitin software to detect plagiarism in research would be provided to all universities free of cost. The thesis has to be a new addition to existing knowledge. Plagiarism is not all right. We will upload software like Turnitin on the UGC website. It will be open for all universities in the country, Mr. Javadekar said. He added that eShodes and Who Mass Bargain journals would now be available for all universities, including state universities, deemed universities and private universities, at affordable costs. GSII, Polity, Party, set deadline to fill CIC, 6 posts. The Supreme Court put the government in the dock over long pending vacancies in the Central Information Commission and the State Information Commissions, the judicatory bodies under the Right to Information Act. The bench of Justices A.K. Sikra and Ashok Bhushan asked the Center and 7 states to file affidavits with a deadline by which they would fill the vacancies. The affidavits have to be filed in 4 weeks. The court asked why 4 positions were still vacant in the CIC despite a government advertisement issued in 2016. The plea by the RTI activists Sinj Alan Barbwaj, Commodore retired Lokesh Bathra and Amrita Jharia said that over 23,500 appeals and complaints are pending with the CIC. The petitioner said the center and the state governments had attempted to stifle the RTI Act by failing to appoint commissioners. Advocate Prashant Bhushan, Formas Barbwaj, submitted that after 2016, the nude advertisement was only published by the government on Friday, just hours before